All you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Brought to you by Small Cases. Invest in ready-made portfolios created by professionals.
Good morning. You're listening to the Daily Morning Update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 24th of October. The Cabinet here in India has increased the minimum support prices for Rabi crops that are sown just prior to the winter season. The increase has been in line with the principle of fixing the support price at 1.5 times the all-India weighted average cost of production. Prices were increased by between 85 rupees and 325 rupees a quintal. A special review conducted by KPMG into some of the loan accounts of Dewan Housing Finance Corporation or DHFL has left unanswered questions about loans worth about 20,000 crore rupees. The questions, some of which were raised by news agency Cobra Post in January this year, could complicate the resolution process for the non-bank lender, which is in default of its dues. India's largest operator of multi-screen theatres, PVR, has launched a qualified institutional placement and is likely to raise as much as 700 crore rupees, according to two people aware of the development who spoke to Bloomberg Quint. The QIP at the current market price will lead to a dilution of 7 to 8% of PVR's equity, according to Bloomberg Quint's calculations. The National Company Law Tribunal has extended a status quo on the sale of Videocon Group's overseas oil and gas assets by State Bank of India. The tribunal said that the status quo would be maintained till ownership of the assets is decided. It has asked parties to respond and will hear the matter now on the 21st of November. The government has given its in-principle approval to merge two state-run telecom companies, BSNL and MTNL, as part of a revival plan. The merger will not happen immediately, according to Telecom Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, but he did not specify a time frame. The SEBI has begun its probe into alleged non-disclosure of price-sensitive information by Infosys Limited's management and corporate governance lapses in the wake of allegations levelled by a whistleblower, according to officials who said this on the condition of anonymity. Securities and Exchange Board of India is also examining possible insider trading in the company's securities, they added. The company's share price has fallen over 15% since news of the whistleblower complaint surfaced just a short while back. In international news, in the United States, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg was interrogated by Congress yesterday about his company's cryptocurrency project. On the stand for more than 6 hours, he was also questioned on every other controversy facing the social media giant. Zuckerberg arrived on Capitol Hill prepared to defend the company's plans for Libra, describing the advantages of a global digital coin that would help open up financial systems to the poor and underbanked around the world. However, lawmakers made it clear that beyond the questions they had over the new cryptocurrency, they are also skeptical that Facebook should be trusted with the tremendous power it has amassed over 2.7 billion global users. President Donald Trump said he is lifting recently imposed sanctions against Turkey after the company complied with a ceasefire agreement with Kurdish forces in Syria, but warned that penalties would be reimposed if Turkey resumes attacks on the Kurds. The US originally imposed sanctions on Turkey on the 14th of October, including penalties against 3 government ministers. Now, Trump's decision to remove the sanctions and the assertion that his approach on Turkey was a success is likely to reignite the bipartisan criticism that came to a head after the administration's decision to withdraw forces from northern Syria, exposing US-allied Kurdish fighters to attack by Turkey. In international markets, US stocks ended higher, with the 3 averages gaining between 0.2 and 0.3%. Equities in the Asia-Pacific region are also mostly positive this morning, with 2 of the 3 early risers in the green. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. How are we looking today?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone. Global cues are muted at this point of time and the SGX Nifty is indicated muted gains at this point of time. But ITC and Maruti are the two Nifty numbers that will come out today. Among the other ones, there is Interglobe Aviation, IDFC First Bank, Reliance Nippon Life, Colgate-Palmolive, Raymond, Cummins India, Sterlite Technologies, United Spirits, Westlife Development, Shriram Transport, Bandhan Bank and Astral Poly. In terms of numbers announced, L&T numbers were in line with estimates. The profits were aided by higher other income. They bagged orders worth almost 48,000 crores, which is on the higher end of the band, and that was led by hydrocarbon, building and power business. The management commentary was cautious, but they maintained the guidance for FY20. Infrastructure orders were down almost 33% and the power segment revenues declined. HCL Tech results were above estimates. The margins were aided by currency lower depreciation and SG&A. The FY20 constant currency revenue growth guidance has been revised to 15 to 17% from the earlier 14 to 16%. The EBIT margin has been maintained and there is also a 1:1 bonus share that was issued. Hero MotoCorp, the results were above estimates. The realization per unit was up 5% year on year compared to an estimate of 2 to 3%, and that was aided by price hike as well as improved product mix. Lower raw material cost and cost controls resulted in gross margin expanded. The management has hinted for a better second half on the back of improved sales. Biocon, the operating performance was below estimates. The PAT was aided by exceptional gain. Top line growth was seen across all major segments as revenue met estimates. Margin weakness on Syngene, higher R&D, marketing and profit share expenses dented the margin. NIIT Tech, the results were above estimates. The top line growth was aided by EMEA as well as the American market. The growth was aided by travel insurance and BFS segment, and the PAT was boosted by deferred tax reversal. Torrent Pharma results were in line with estimates. The PAT was aided by other income. The top line was impacted because of weak US sales. India income was steady. The price hike in India and better product mix boosted the gross margins. The reduction in net debt and management commentary on the same was positive. PI Industries, strong set of numbers. Results were above estimates led by strong CSM business. Uneven rainfall distribution impacted growth in the domestic markets, but the company reiterated its positive outlook for the export markets. Crompton Consumer, weak operating performance as the lighting segment remains a drag. Electrical consumer durable segment showed good growth with stable margins. Among the other numbers, strong numbers were seen from JK Papers, Castrol on Polycab, and weak numbers from Shoppers Stop, Everest Industries and KPIT Tech. Watch out for MTNL. The government has said that MTNL will be merged into BSNL and MTNL to act as a subsidiary of BSNL till the time the merger is complete. Dewan Housing says that they have taken cognizance of the key observations made by KPMG in its draft report of special audit. And finally, Ashish Kacholia has sold in 21 lakh shares of GTPL Hathway. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. And as always, thank you all for listening in. There's a lot more on the website bloombergquint.com, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.